Let's talk now, though, to Freddie Poser, Director of Priced Out, because Labour apparently saying, in amongst all of the offerings that are being made every single day, because we're in a general election period here, they're going to offer freedom to buy for young people, which means they're going to guarantee that they can get a mortgage, effectively. I'm not sure how this is going to work, so let's find out what Freddie can tell us. Freddie, very good morning to you.
Morning.
So, I'm not sure what a mortgage guarantee scheme is. Does it mean that no matter where you are in the world, no matter what state you're in financially, no matter what sort of money you've got for a deposit, you'll get a mortgage? Is that what it means?
No, the idea is that the government will guarantee the risks to the lender, and they'll take some of that risk off the lender's balance sheet so that the lender, in theory, should be more willing to give these 5% mortgages, so only 5% of the purchase price as a deposit.
Right.
This is actually the extension, really, of an existing government scheme, the mortgage guarantee scheme, which has existed after COVID. But that's the idea, to make it more attractive for lenders to give these otherwise slightly riskier mortgages.
Right. So does it mean that they guarantee the money then, if, for example, the mortgagee defaults on the mortgage and somehow, can't afford it anymore because interest rates have gone through the roof, does the government then have to pay the lender the money back?
That's right. So the government will guarantee certain amounts of the difference between the sale price of the house in the event of repossession and the outstanding balance on the mortgage.
Right. It's very nice of them. So they're doing that with our money.
Yeah, that's right. The taxpayers are effectively taking.
Right.
I'm
not sure I'm in favour of that, to be honest. I mean, why should the taxpayers be paying for other people's houses?
Priced Out, we'd agree. We think that this is not the right way to get young people on the housing ladder, that the right way to do this is by building more homes. And actually, it's almost a shame to see this from Labour, because they had really good ambition on building more homes, and that was a large part of their platform. Right. And this, I think, distracts from the really big issue, which is supply.
Yeah, I think the problem at the moment, though, to be honest, Freddie, is that we're getting so many offerings every single day now. It's literally, my offering's better than your offering. And we might remember back in 2019 when it got down to the fact where, Jeremy Corbyn was offering everybody free Wi-Fi. I mean, it feels a bit like that, doesn't it? It's like, what can we think of to give away now,
Well, I think this one comes from a place where Labour are really worried about the housing market and whether young people can get on the housing ladder, and we're very keen to see them fix that as a housing affordability campaign. Sorry, but this is a bit more of a giveaway, a bit less of a sort of structural reform than we'd like to see.
Yeah, because I mean, presumably you would be of the belief that the more houses that get built, the lower the price gets, because if there's more supply, the price then eventually will come down. Because at the moment, there are parts of Britain where you can perhaps say you can afford to buy a home, but you certainly can't really afford to buy a home in the southeast if you're relatively young, if you're a first-time buyer, because the amounts of money you have to find, even if it's only 5%, are prodigious, aren't they?
Certainly, we'd like to see the price come down, at least in real terms. But at least to start with, we'd like to see them stop going up so quickly. I mean, they've been rising this whole time since the pandemic, and we need to see the house price rises slow down and stop first.
Yes, well, absolutely. But I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure in some parts of the country that's never really going to happen, is it?
I don't know. I think that a really ambitious government really could deliver a lot of new homes in and around the southeast, which would really blunt those house price rises. I mean, they might keep going up, but the key thing is whether they keep going up relative to incomes, not whether they go up in nominal terms.
Yeah. Is there anywhere to build, though, left in the southeast of England? I mean, funnily enough, I always say this when I talk about housing, that wherever I go, and I go up and down to sort of Kent and Sussex quite a bit, you see quite a lot of houses being built. There's quite a lot of, sort of new areas which are being explored, fields being covered over by sort of family homes, 2-3 bedroom family homes. So presumably there is quite a lot of activity going on. It's just not happening quick enough, right?
Well, there's not actually, in aggregate, there's not very much building going on, and much less building than was going on a few years ago, even after these changes from the Conservatives. Labour has an ambition to do things like grey belt reform, they're calling it, where bits of the green belt that are already built on will be released. But we need to have a real plan for where we're going to build homes, especially homes that need to be near jobs that already exist. That's absolutely crucial. Right.
Although there are a lot of people working from home now, presumably you wouldn't necessarily need to actually get to a place of work if that's what you can do.
I mean, I think the commuting figures in London are now basically back up to where they were on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before the pandemic as well.
Yeah.
So I think that working from home has not completely removed the need to be within commuting distance of your work. Even if you only go in 2 days a week, a 3 hour commute is still completely not viable.
Yeah, indeed. Well, listen, we'll see what we can do. But thank you very much indeed, Freddie Poser, there, director of Priced Out, the Labour Party offering my money and your money to pay for people's houses if they can't afford them. Ah, very interesting. Well, I'm sure the Tories would have a different view.